Stephanie Bagley for NHL Social. I'm here with the Geico Caveman and the NHL store in New York City.
Alright, easy with the Geico word, okay? Caveman's fine, whatever, but alright, not a great way to start out the interview, but hopefully we'll get better. Go ahead.
Okay, so you spent some time around the game, Winter Classic visit, shot a commercial with Green in DC. What was it like to drive the Zamboni?
Like work, because that's usually what I do. I work there, and I don't work there anymore because they decided to take the video public, which was not cool. I didn't sign off for it. It just sort of was what it was, but I'm taking the high road, and hopefully they will too one day.
Are you mad at Green for selling you out?
We're still in negotiations as far as reconciling. I'll be honest with you, that was a pretty big blow. It hurt a lot, but I think one of these days, I'll once again have to take the high road and forgive and forget.
So if the gloves had to come off, who would win in a fight?
I think Greeny's got the brute strength, and if he lands them, then that's good. But I'm pretty quick on my feet, so I'd have to say that that, and I hate to say it, I'm maybe a bit more upstairs, than he is. But I don't know. It'd be a classic. It'd be a classic fight.
Well, speaking of the Capitals, when you visited the Winter Classic, you were compared to Scott Hartnell and Daniel Carcillo, who you got a chance to meet. Now the NHL has this new thing called a Twitter, where the fans are comparing you to Alex Ovechkin, who just got his 100th point.
Yeah.
How do you feel about being compared to a player of that caliber?
Honored. I think it's a little weird that, just because he's got a beard and he's kind of a big, stocky guy like myself, automatically we draw comparisons. But, if we got to draw comparisons, what better player? I mean, he's a total package with respect.
What kind of advice do you have for NHL players? Stick to a lot of meat or get involved with some protein shakes?
I would say protein shakes these days. I mean, meat on the off season, but definitely protein shakes during, just because you don't want to get too saddled with, too much. And to where you're kind of weighed down and your ice time is affected and your quality of play is affected. So I would say definitely during the season, protein shakes all the way. That's what I do when I'm in season. But off season, I like to kind of load up and carve out a little bit too.
You're heading to the Rangers-Islanders game tonight. It's a big rivalry locally. Who are you going to be rooting for, or are you just going to be there to enjoy the environment?
I'm going to be there as an ambassador to the NHL, a bit of a goodwill sort of gesture, because the Rangers, kind of have this big brother syndrome with the Islanders, who have sort of, got this chip on their shoulder with a lot of things since pretty much since the beginning of the rivalry. So, it's just one of those things where I, just want to keep the peace, make sure everyone's watching a great hockey game, and that's essentially why I'm there. Just want to see some great hockey.
Howard really come on the second half of the year. Where do you stand on that?
Struggling, Myers was my guy.